released version of the alpha build of nodenoggin. So it's version 0.144. If you want to go through the changelog, obviously you can click onto about and click changelog. Obviously I'm looking at it here on my desktop. So obviously when we visit first, we've got to give ourselves a device name and then we've got to join a microcosm. So this is obviously for some testing purposes. So I'm just going to call my device Safari Proctor, and then we're going to join the microcosm. So I'm going to call this December 14. Click create and join. So obviously it's an empty microcosm. I can obviously add my nodes as normal here. Why can't I add my nodes? Okay, now I can add my nodes as normal. Weird. Okay, let's move these out of the way. Okay, so a few things. Obviously we can just type into these as normal. And why did it not auto-complete in there? See, when you do stuff live, it just all starts to go wrong. So I should always just pre-record these. Okay, obviously I can now color code nodes with my group. Obviously it's just me on here at the moment, so it's only me moving these around. I've just got some auto-completed text there, which is from 1984. Again with these now, if you'll notice that they will, if the node is smaller, then it will try and auto resize the height. It's a little bit better. It's not perfect, and it does occasionally requires a little bit, a couple of double tapping. There's definitely something going on there. We've got the connections mode, so I can hit the little connections icon here. Of course, I've got the keyboard shortcuts, you know, so A or S is to select, C for connections, so I can now connect these nodes together. You notice there's a bit of a weird drawing bug there, but look, I'll just show you. So I can also press N for a new. Oh, why didn't? Oh, okay. A bit of a delayed update. So there's definitely a few little bugs I've introduced with my new way of showing things. So let me just check if that. Oh, get off. Oh, they were hidden. Okay, it's because I've got this new Z index thing as well. Let's just move these out of the way for now. Of course, I end up with a really messy load of nodes instantly. Okay, don't use the keyboard shortcut N for now. That clearly is not good. Let's just move these out of the way. Let's just check that it's actually just doing it. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. I'm just going to discard a bunch of these nodes because they're already messy. So we've got some Z index things that's happening now. So like if I select, they will now jump to the front. That does cause some issues if you have something here and you create a new node because you might not see it. But again, you can just get rid of them. So if you add some by mistake, just discard, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do another connection thing just to show you. So let's make this a bit smaller. Just make it a bit wider. Do the same for this one. There you go. Okay, so if we take these, so like I said, connections is still does some odd things, and it won't expand for the entire canvas at the moment because I haven't set it to be the right size, but it is, you hit this thing here. Occasionally you won't see these connection nodes, but again, that's a Z index issue, I believe. But look, if we now draw, what you'll see though is that the cursor doesn't match up with the drawing. Now, for whatever reason, if I actually fix that by doing a translation, which I can do, it doesn't actually recognize the drop onto here, which is really odd, but I mean, I'm going to play around with that. So obviously when you drop, you need to just aim your cursor onto the blob and then it will make those connections. And whoops, I hit new. I didn't mean to hit new. So now you can see, and then depending on the size of your node, depends on kind of where the connection is, which is quite cool. Okay, so there is all of that stuff, but what we want to talk about now is really this drag and drop, because it's brand new, and also it's now using Cloud Flare and another's gateway, so IPFS. So all the uploading on nodenoggin is handled by IPFS. So when you launch on your browser here, you're actually in the background creating what's called an IPFS node. So an IPFS node is effectively one of numerous nodes that exist on the interplanetary file systems network that allow you to basically peer-to-peer sharing of files. And what happens is when you spin this up, you create a node, and that enables you to, like, basically from your desktop upload to the IPFS infrastructure. And what happens then is once you've uploaded it, it's propagated to all the other nodes. And so there is a few public gateways that allow you to connect to these nodes. So anyone who's running IPFS, they become peers in a network, and that's what keeps the files working. And basically those files are then they basically can't be deleted, because if anyone tries, if I delete it from my node, and then it's on, everyone would have to delete it from the same node at the same time, which is impossible. So that's something to bear in mind. Once you put something on the IPFS network, it's pretty much there. I don't know how you would get it back, and I don't know how you would propagate a deletion through all the nodes. But that's not the point of a distributed file system, is it? Obviously, if no nodes are running, so there's no nodes anywhere, then you won't get the files because they're all offline. But again, if people are running on their desktops, on the different machines, Cloudflare have the an IPFS instance, etc., etc. So it's unlikely that you'd ever get that instance as well. But anyway, let's just show you the uploading process. So you can upload either now by dragging and dropping into this drop zone. That's also the same in the collect and the cards view, or you can use the little upload icon here, which allows you to pick from your system. So again, if you're on a mobile or whatever, then under collect, you've got these upload and get upload buttons here, which actually I need to replace to the little icons so that there's a consistency. But the let's hide those tips. But obviously when you're on a desktop, being able to drag and drop stuff from your desktop to upload is really important. And what I've also done now is that it looks at the type of media that you are sending to the IPFS network, and in doing so it will build for you the appropriate markdown or HTML to put that media into your node. So I've got a few pieces of media here, so we're just going to try it. So I've got a photograph, a JPEG. So if I drag and drop this into here, that uploads it. Now there's no progress bar. If it's a large file and you quit your browser, it won't have uploaded in time. So again, you can drop that on there. At this point, if you want to utilize that media, you need to get it from you need to get its address from the IPFS network. And so if you upload more files, they will override that address. So that's something to bear in mind, that it's kind of a two-step process. What you then need to do is you would click this download kind of icon here. What that actually does is builds a URL for you to the hash of that file that's now propagating across the IPFS network. So if I click that little download icon, I get a little message that says, now all you need to do is paste into a new node to display your media. Okay, makes sense. So I click close. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to hit paste. Now if I go back to select mode, which I can do by clicking here, and I go on to my read mode rather than edit mode, you can now see there's a nice cool picture of my dog, who you can now hear barking, Monty, and Tails when they're actually, well, they were somehow tolerating each other for a little bit of time. So I'm going to make that a cool orange colour. All right, let's do another piece of media. So I've got an animated GIF here. So I'm going to drop that in. Oh, sugar. Why did that happen? Did I press the wrong button? Let me just try that again. Oh. Okay. That's weird. The web page was reloaded because a problem occurred. Okay, let's just, I don't know whether that uploaded it or not. Probably not. No. Okay. Why didn't it like the GIF? Okay, I'm going to have to have a look at that. GIFs are important. Was working fine. Let's try an MP3. Okay, that's all right. So MP3. So again, click the download get button, paste, and now you'll see it's got different markdown because of it's being an MP3 file. So let's go back to select mode, go to read, and now you can see we've got the native MP3 player. It says live broadcast. It's not, but okay, it's fine. I mean, again, these files, different ones are on different things. So anyway, that's good. Okay, let's do video. Last one's a little video, although there's nothing much that happens in the video. So I'm going to drop the video, click the download, say thank you very much, paste it into there, go back to my read, and now we can see that it, in theory, has uploaded a video, although it doesn't like the format of it. What is it? A MOV file. I would have thought that'd have been alright, but okay. Well, there's a bit of a playback issue there. Not sure why that is. Maybe because of the format that it's in. Certainly worked okay before with Firefox. Okay. So that gives you a bit of an update on the latest version, 0.144. Obviously, there's still a few little glitchy things, but drag and drop of images and other media is really, really easy now. Don't know what's going on with the GIF, so I'm going to have a fix of that. Let me just rename that. Let's just see. Whoa. Doesn't like the GIF, does it? Just try Firefox. Okay, Firefox. So I'm just going to join the same microcosm. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Let's do a new node. Let's try the GIF here. Okay, must be a Firefox specific thing. Oh, how am I doing? I need to get it, don't I? Yay, there we go. Awesome animated GIF from Richard Williams, animated survival kit cover. Brilliant. Okay, great. So there you go. Don't know what's going on with Safari, but definitely works in Firefox. I suppose we should try Chrome, shouldn't we? Here we go. Obviously I don't have Chrome, I've got Microsoft Edge, which is running Chromium or whatever it's called. So let's just try it for a laugh. Never tried this, don't know what version of this it is. Probably out of date. Looking for updates, okay. Obviously it's up to date. Alright, let's try it then. What's it called? Edge 714. Let's go to organise so we can start to see all these things. Okay, well that's working. The video is actually playing back on here, so I don't know what's going on with Safari. And let's see if we can upload another image. So I need to create a new node. There we go. Let's make that a nice purple. And let's try a picture of the dog and cat again. Download. Okay, paste. There we go. So Safari's just been a bit funny, but a lot of people use Chrome obviously, and this is Edge is Chromium or whatever it's called, so all good. And then obviously I press the M key to move around, zoom in and zoom out. My fans are probably ramping up because of OBS, not because of nodenoggin, because I fixed all that. Anyway, there you go. So that is the latest version, which I'm pretty pleased with at the moment.